The extension of the Metro GO line is quite possibly the most exciting transportation project in the history of the San Gabriel Valley. It's good for the environment, good for business, and has the potential to ease commute times throughout the region. I'm State Senator Ed Hernandez. Today, construction is underway to extend the Metro GO line out to Azusa, but my goal is to see it reach all the way to the Ontario Airport. In this episode of Destination Forward, we'll find out more about the status of Metro GO line, why it's such a good thing for our region, and we'll discuss the obstacles standing in the way of its full completion.
I grew up here, and people here would say about transit that we're not New York and we're not Chicago. We don't need those things here. Well, that's not true anymore. People all around the county realize that we face issues of sustainability, of congestion, of air quality, pollution, quality of life issues. So now we have demands for more bus service and more rail service.
And over the years, that demand can be seen with the popularity of the Metro GO line. As a Metro board member, John Fasana has pushed for expanding the GO line further east.
This is a big deal for Arcadia and for the surrounding communities. There's been a hunger for the expansion of the rail system throughout the county, but particularly in San Gabriel Valley, seeing the GO line come into Pasadena and then having it stop, I think these cities have just been very anxious. And I certainly envisioned, all the residents have envisioned, how it can really help them with their commutes, how it can help them with recreational commuting as well. So I know all the way out to Azusa, citizens are waiting, they're enduring the construction, but I think they know that the payoff is there when the line opens to really help them with their transportation choices.
Recently, I got a behind-the-scenes look at the progress of the GO line expansion. All right, so tell me, where are we? What's going on here?
Okay, we're in Arcadia at the intersection of First and Santa Clara at the site of the future GO line extension station for Arcadia.
And what's nice is as you look at all the segues that are going through here, Arcadia, Monrovia, eventually Azusa, we're going to bring a lot of business, transportation, take people off the freeways. Tell me what's kind of in the future for the San Gabriel Valley with regard to working with the various cities and all the mixed use that's going on here.
The cities are all having discussions about what do they do, how do they maximize the footprint around that GO line station. I mean, the train is great, but on each end you need to figure out, typically people in the past have been willing to walk maybe a quarter of a mile.
Right.
So how do we expand that footprint to maybe a mile or even a couple or 3 miles? So working with the bicycling community for cyclists and also working with doing more effective first and last mile planning, looking at shuttles, these are all options that we're looking at to really maximize use of these stations.
With the proper planning, the GO line has the potential to bring enormous benefits to our region. But the reality is this project has received very little federal funding, so we have to fight for our fair share of the dollars that are available to see this project through.
That's one of the toughest things going on. The county is so big that there's some level of competition between the subregions for funding. Trying to deliver projects all over the county at the same time is a real challenge. It's great, but we are faced with great demands, and we intend to fulfill those demands. That's a challenge.
And for years, my challenge has been making sure our community is not forgotten in the expansion.
I think we're going to find that there's tremendous demand and real opportunities to reduce transit time by getting this line out to Azusa, and if we can get the funding and build a coalition and receive a region-wide perspective on a new measure, it'll be great for the GO line.
Well, great. I think the next step is we got to get this all the way to Ontario, make sure we get it funded.
We're working together toward that goal, and I appreciate your leadership in looking out for San Gabriel Valley.
Well, let's do it together, John.
Okay.
All right. Our transportation systems are complex, and they require a great deal of public funding. So it's important that they're done right, on time and on budget. This year, I'm going to be working hard in the Senate to make sure our community has a voice when it comes to our region's transportation systems. To learn more, visit sen.ca.gov/Hernandez. I'm State Senator Ed Hernandez. Thanks for watching.